Michael Jordan is indeed one of the wealthiest athletes with a net worth of $3 billion. But did you know this 60-year-old man spends much of his money? Way more than most people make in a year? How? Watch this video to find out more about Michael Jordan's crazy spending habits. The source of money. Before he was a billionaire mogul, Jordan was simply the most ruthless basketball player the NBA had ever seen. A 6-time NBA champion, 5-time MVP, 14-time All-Star, and 10-time scoring champion. His resume reads like a fantasy draft board. But what truly set MJ apart wasn't just talent. It was obsession. He trained harder, studied deeper, and hated losing more than anything else. That intense drive followed him off the court, into business, poker tables, golf courses, and yes, his insane spending habits. Whether he's buying a $61 million jet or a $29 million mansion, it all comes from that same primal need to dominate. And let's not forget, MJ retired 3 times. Yet every time he came back swinging. That includes a late career stint with the Washington Wizards at nearly 40 years old, still dropping 20-plus points per game. Who does that? Jordan didn't just play basketball, he rewired the sport. So where does Michael Jordan get all this money when his NBA salary is only $90 million? You guessed it right, it's those endorsements, the biggest one being MJ with a partnership with Nike. The story started back in '84 when Nike signed Jordan and launched the first pair of Air Jordans, and the brand became a cultural sensation. Apart from sneakers, Jordan's collaboration with Nike completely changed the sports apparel industry and opened up a whole new market for top-notch athletic footwear. Now, the Air Jordan brand is raking in over $3 billion in sales every year. Meanwhile, Jordan himself is pulling in $100 million annually from that brand alone. But Nike isn't the only game in town for making money with MJ. Brands like Hanes, Gatorade, Coca-Cola, Upper Deck, Wheaties, Chevrolet, and more have all hopped on the Jordan train at some point. All this action is part of what keeps his bank balance riding high. And then there's the Charlotte Hornets. Jordan snagged a minority stake back in 2010 for $180 million. Fast forward to today, and that investment has grown to $1.7 billion. Plus, he has some high-end eateries like 1000 North in Florida with golfer Ernie Els, his own restaurant, and a steakhouse franchise. And let's not forget his Nissan dealership down in North Carolina. Besides his legendary Nike deal and NBA stake, MJ is knee-deep in luxury and hospitality ventures. His first high-end steakhouse opened in Chicago in 1997 and quickly became a hotspot for elite diners. It's not just branding. It's an exclusive inner circle of billionaire athletes turned business giants. And let's not overlook his lesser-known ventures like controlling interest in a tequila brand and a series of auto dealerships across North Carolina. Jordan doesn't just invest, he builds empires. Jordan's not just a former athlete, he's a cultural architect. He made basketball global before social media even existed. From the baggy shorts trend to the way NBA players brand themselves today, everything traces back to MJ. LeBron? Kobe? They followed the blueprint Jordan carved out with blood, sweat, and 6 rings. Even outside basketball, hip-hop artists, fashion designers, and tech billionaires cite him as an influence. His name isn't just worth money, it's worth meaning. With all that money to throw around, let me tell you, MJ isn't your average Joe. When he dives into something, he's all about domination. Whether it's in business, sports, or spending big, family spending inside the Jordan inner circle. Michael Jordan doesn't just spend big on himself, his family lives like basketball royalty too. Let's start with his wife, Yvette Prieto, a Cuban-American model. Their 2013 wedding wasn't just any ceremony, it was a $10 million extravaganza hosted at a private golf club in Palm Beach, Florida. Over 300 guests attended, including celebrities like Tiger Woods and Usher, who performed at the reception. Yvette wore a custom-made Jaton couture gown with hand-stitched Swarovski crystals. Jordan even hired 16 security guards to keep paparazzi drones at bay. For MJ, even love comes with a luxury price tag. The power couple also shares twin daughters, born in 2014, and while MJ is famously private about his youngest kids, he's made it clear that their upbringing comes with every privilege possible. From high-end private schools to exclusive family vacations aboard his $80 million yacht, the twins are growing up in a world of elegance, shielded from the public but surrounded by comfort. MJ reportedly had custom playrooms designed inside multiple properties, each tailored to match the local decor while maintaining his strict privacy and security standards. And let's not forget his older children from his first marriage, Jeffrey, Marcus, and Jasmine Jordan.
That Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan.
It took a while. I think I was like 10, 11 years old when I finally just Googled him and was trying to understand why everyone was so obsessed and why everyone didn't think he just had a regular job like I did. So it definitely took a minute for it to hit me, but no joke, I Googled him and was like, okay, now I get it.
While Jordan has always emphasized independence and making their own way, he's made sure they have every tool to succeed. Marcus Jordan, for example, launched a high-end sneaker boutique called Trophy Room, which carries limited edition kicks and Jordan brand collabs. And yes, Michael helped fund it and provided access to exclusive Jordan drops no one else could get. It's not just support, it's legacy building with style. Even birthdays in the Jordan family aren't your average backyard BBQs. Sources close to the family have said that events are often held at private resorts with luxury catering, live entertainment, and custom decor. One insider claimed MJ once chartered a private jet just to deliver a rare sneaker prototype to his son. For Jordan, taking care of his family isn't a duty, it's another opportunity to go all in. He doesn't just buy gifts, he builds generational comfort. When you're a billionaire with a goat-sized legacy, spoiling your loved ones is just part of the lifestyle. In '93, MJ was ruling the basketball court, but off-court, his love for gambling was making waves. Just before a big playoff game, he was spotted in Atlantic City, rolling the dice into the night. The media went wild, speculating if his gambling was messing with his game. And surprise, the Bulls took a hit, with Jordan struggling to hit his shots. But that was just the beginning. He even ended up in a legal tangle over unpaid golf bets with a businessman. The lawsuit got settled eventually, but it fueled the fire of speculation around MJ's gambling ways. Yet it wasn't just about the money. His relentless drive for victory spilled over into his gambling, reportedly causing tension with his teammates. Like, can you imagine losing $57,000 on the golf course with your friends? Anyhow, MJ said he never had a gambling problem. Instead, it's just a competitive problem. See what he said.
Do you have a gambling problem?
No, I enjoy it. It's a hobby. If I had a problem, I'd be starving. I'd be hawking this watch. My championship rings, I would sell my house. I would do this. My wife would left me, or she'd be starving. My kids would be starving. I do not have a problem. I enjoy gambling. Soon, whenever I walk away from this game, I think that's the only thing that people are going to say was a bad thing about Michael Jordan.
Could soon be after this year?
Could be.
So while his gambling might not have thrown off his game on the court, it definitely raised some eyebrows about his off-court decisions. And MJ might be the GOAT on the court, but he didn't always play his cards right when it came to gambling. Properties. Now, back to the topic. Let's talk about this house that MJ built back in '95. Teaming up with architect Richard Landry and designer Mark Michaels, he cooked up a place that truly screamed MJ. He snagged a 7.39-acre plot that used to belong to a hotel for $2.8 million. Then he went ahead and dropped an extra $20 million on construction and design. It took 3 years and a boatload of cash to finish. And the end result? A massive, show-stopping mansion that blended classical and modern styles. Now, why Highland Park? Well, at the time, MJ was tearing it up with the Chicago Bulls. And he wanted a crib that was close to the city, but still gave him and his family some much-needed quiet time. Obviously oozed with privacy and security, but let's cut to the chase. The amenities. This place had it all, like everything you could dream of and then some. And the real MVP, the basketball court. This mansion showed off MJ's cash, clout, and style. And you bet MJ isn't stopping there. With a net worth this big, he's got even more outrageous properties up his sleeve. It also features a pond, lounges, media rooms, a full-on bar, and a smoking room just for his love of cigars, and the game room doors are straight from the original Playboy Mansion. But as incredible as it is, this place has been on the market since 2012 with a $29 million price tag. Next is Jupiter, Florida, where MJ has a $13 million futuristic mansion with 11 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, and a full-sized basketball gym. And of course, another cigar room. The property's in an exclusive enclave called the Bears Club, and it's neighbors with golf legend Jack Nicklaus. Like we said, MJ knows how to live large. He's even got a $7.5 million mansion in Park City, Utah. Like others, the place has everything, from winding staircases and high ceilings to a private theater with stadium seating. Oh, and let's not forget the cascading waterfalls, built-in fireplaces, and a golf room. And his North Carolina retreat, where he's rocking a lakefront villa on Lake Norman. He has a smooth commute to catch his Charlotte Hornets play at the Spectrum Center, which he owns, by the way. 6 bedrooms, an outdoor pool, and a private dock with lake access, all right on the Peninsula Golf Course. What's behind the outrageous price tags and jaw-dropping purchases? For MJ, it's not about impressing anyone. It's about freedom, control, legacy. Every jet, car, cigar room, and a private golf course reflects the same inner code he carried during the NBA. Don't just win, change the game. His lifestyle is a manifestation of a mindset that refuses to be average. He doesn't just collect things, he curates a kingdom. So when he drops a few million on a yacht or a property, it's not reckless. It's personal, calculated, inevitable, transports. Now let's dive into the world of Michael Jordan's wheels and transportation. First, his private jet, Gulfstream G550, is decked out with his Jumpman logo and a call sign that shouts N236MJ. His jersey number, his championship titles, and his initials all rolled into one. This jet cost him $61 million. And when he's not soaring the skies, he chills on his 230-foot yacht, Mr. Terrible. This yacht has 8 cabins and even a full-sized basketball court, and it's worth $80 million. We reckon the deposit alone could buy most of us a decent house. But he's not done yet. Jordan's got a garage packed with supercars that'll make your head spin. First up is the Aston Martin DB 9 Volante, the drop-top sibling of the DB7. This car dishes out 470 GP and can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per H in just 4.7 seconds. And back in the day, this beauty would set you back $200,000, but for MJ, that's just chump change. Next on the list is the Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren 722, a special edition ride that packs a modified engine cranking out 641 GP. When it hit the market, this car was priced at around $500,000, but today it's over $1.2 million for a used 722 model. Last but not least, Jordan's got a bunch of the iconic Porsche 911s, including the 964 and 993 models. Did you know that the Air Jordan the 6 sneakers borrowed their design from the 911, and for what it's worth, a base model of the 911 would set you back around $90,000 today. But hey, that's just another day at the car dealership for Jordan Golf Club. And MJ's a diehard golfer too. He got so fed up with waiting for tee times that he built his own private golf course in Florida, calling it Grove 23. And he even cruises around the course in a custom golf cart decked out with his Jumpman logo. Security. Now when MJ hits up foreign turf, he's got a top-notch security crew. MJ's security isn't just a couple of bodyguards in suits. It's a presidential-level entourage. Think ex-military guys, encrypted communications, and full background checks for staff and visitors. He even allegedly hires decoy vehicles and scouts locations hours in advance when he's traveling. That $1,500 per hour security fee isn't just about safety. It's about controlling the narrative. And let's not forget, this is the same MJ who once showed up with more muscle than a Vegas prize fight just to play a round of golf. Lawyers. Jordan's legal firepower isn't just for show, it's a full-blown defense squad. The man once sued a grocery chain that used his name in an ad without permission and won an $8.9 million verdict. But with a brand like his, you know there's going to be copycats trying to ride his coattails. That's why MJ's got his squad of legal eagles ready to protect him from times, such as when he took down a Chinese sportswear brand and then threw the winnings to charity. MJ doesn't just play offense with lawyers, he plays defense, counterattack, and checkmate. And it's not about the money. He once said, "It's about protecting my name, my legacy." A brand worth billions doesn't guard itself. Philanthropy? That reminds us of when you've got a bundle of cash, and it's all about giving back. That's why Jordan's been supporting charities in Chicago, helping out with disaster relief and backing the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. Make-A-Wish and the American Red Cross have also been on the receiving end of his generosity. Plus, he put up $7 million from his own pocket to set up 2 Michael Jordan family clinics in Charlotte. Michael Jordan might live large, but he gives just as big. In addition to the clinics in Charlotte, MJ donated a whopping $100 million over 10 years to organizations fighting for racial equality. That's not a flex. That's a full-court press on social change. During COVID, he pitched in for food banks, supported frontline workers, and even helped build housing for struggling communities. For a guy who once said, "Republicans buy sneakers too," he's made it clear that when it comes to giving back, his checkbook has grown just as fearless as his fadeaway. And that's a slam dunk on Michael Jordan's baller lifestyle. If you liked the video, subscribe so you don't miss out on our next upload until the next courtside seat to extravagance catch you on the other side.